Hola, bom dia and welcome to Portugal Dreams. It has been a boiling hot week again this week. We really are starting to get into the summer weather now, but we have still managed to get quite a few things done on the farm. So Mum's done some baking again with the cherries that have been harvested recently. Dad's updated the veg patch once again, and we've also created something new for the goats to have a go at. So watch on to see what we do.
So this morning I'm going to start digging some of the side garden to plant some carrots, because naughty Mabel keeps going and eating everything out of the raised beds, and if I plant them at the other side of the wall where the raised beds are, she's obviously either going to trample them or eat them, probably eat them. So we decided we'd use the side garden just for a little area to put the carrots in, what we've already started to grow in plugs. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. And just as I'm passing, the cactus paddles which Ellie Rose planted have actually grown another panel, I think, and they're also starting to flower. Yeah, they do quite well. And this one has, even though it hasn't been cleared around it, is already flowering. So yeah, it's quite good as well. So I've just started digging a little bit. I'm going to do about, what, 10 foot by 4 foot, something like that. Just give it a good rake out, get rid of some of this grassy bits what's on the top. Then we'll probably plant them straight in. Any weeds that pop up then we'll just have to keep an eye on and pull out as we go, because they need to be in. These are the carrots that I'm going to plant, and as you can see they're already sort of overgrowing the pot. They have been for a while. We've been trying to think of somewhere to put them out of Mabel's way, and this is where we've decided. As you can see, I'm just breaking these up. I'm going to go over in a bit and just rake it all out. Hopefully not burying too much. Just marking sort of a line. That's where I'm going to go up to. So I don't think I'm going to come out as far as that line. Obviously I am at the back. Front's a bit narrower, but I'll see where we are when I've done this. Well, I was hoping things in the side garden would be safe. As you saw, Mabel decided that she could get onto this wall as well. It's like a jack in the box at the moment. So that's my bed dug out. Obviously I've got to rake it, get rid of the weeds. Mabel's come to help, I think. Don't know whether she's going to get rid of the weeds or whether she's just going to jump in and flatten all what I've just dug. Yeah, she's certainly got some idea of coming in here. Probably come to see whether I'm digging right. You know what she's like, building inspector. And now she's just testing the grapes or the vines, see if they're growing okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is just pick the biggest bits out, and then I'm going to rake this over. Also what I think I'm going to do is get some of the roof tiles or something like that, just put an edging in, just so we can maybe keep some of the weeds off the actual veg patch. So, see how we go. So I just thought I'd put a little bit of a border around this just to separate from the grass, just using stone, what I'm just finding round about the land. Don't know whether I'll have enough to go all the way around it, we'll see. All I'm doing really is just pushing a bit of soil away from the edge. And pushing a bit of stone in, backfill it, press it into place. I don't want it too high because obviously people have got to lean over it to get the carrots and stuff like that, but it'll just keep it as a separator and just make it look a little bit prettier than just a, you know, dug line in the grass. So that's what we're going for. Not fancy.
So I've just taken this onion from the raised beds. I don't need to dry it out because we're going to use it tonight on the pizzas that I'm going to make. Steve's making a bed there to put the carrots in. I think he's already told you that. He's making a really good job of edging it, making it look neat. It's giving me a little bit of inspiration to do some flower beds or herb beds.
Well, I've got quite a bit of stone, so might as well try and use it up on stuff. Well, not use it up, but use it.
It's like everything else though, isn't it? It's having the time.
Yeah. So I've just finished this bed. Giving it another rake. While I'm looking, I've just seen another weed, so I'll pull that out as well. I'm not sure how big a space we needed for carrots. I think we've gone a bit big. So we'll find something else to put in the bottom half, maybe more radish or something like that. Ellie Rose seems to think like carrots are 4 inches apart, so yeah. At that sort of rate, where I've put my fingers in the soil, we're going to get like 10 in about 1.5 foot width, so 20 probably up to about here, which is only a third of the bed, which is about what we've got planted, I think, growing from seed. So we're going to have quite a lot of the bed left, so yeah, we'll have to have a think and see what we're going to put in there. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's turned out. It's not bad. Really a good morning's work. Yeah.
So we initially started these carrots off in a little container, as you can probably tell. I'm just snipping them apart with scissors as they've been in a little bit too long, and we're then just planting them as is into the ground.
Yeah, some of the lumps that Ali Rose has given me has got 2 or 3 carrots in it, but survival of the fittest. It's a bit difficult to separate them without doing too much damage, so...
I think most of the ones I'm handing you have 2 or 3 in, to be honest. Dad, you've got a visitor.
Yeah, see? I heard, should I say, not I saw. So it looks like my carrots will last about 5 minutes. Because I've got a Mabel behind me.
She's cute though.
She's cute when she's eating everything that we want to eat. Because there's about 5 there, I think.
Yeah, there's quite a lot that are doing that. Just, you can't separate them without killing them.
Well, I thought we were only going to have enough for about half the bed.
We were wrong.
Yeah.
Again.
There's a lot more than I thought there was.
Yeah, because when you look, you're like, oh yeah, it's only a few carrots in that. And then you actually start seeing how the plant is. And each of these individual stalks is a single carrot.
Well, I suppose if we got 1 carrot off every couple of plants, we'd still do quite well with carrots.
Yeah. To be fair, we eat loads of carrots.
I think most people do.
I love a good carrot.
Think about them carrots, they're good raw.
Yeah.
They're good.
Mabel agrees on that one.
So does Dottie. Dottie likes carrot.
And that is all of the carrots planted. We actually had a lot more carrots than we thought we did. So it's actually nearly filled it. And I'll just leave Dad watering these in. So this week I'm going to make some cherry scones, because as everybody knows it's cherry season. I've already pitted the cherries and cut them up small. I didn't show you that because if you watch all the other YouTubers like us, then everybody's pitting the cherries. There's various ways of doing it. So in my bowl I've got 16 ounces of plain flour, because I don't buy self-raising flour anymore. So it's 3 per 8 ounce, so I need 6 teaspoons of baking powder. That's that. Good pinch of salt. And then I need to add 4 ounces of margarine. And keep going. Four ounces of caster sugar, and then I'm going to put it in the food mixer to mix that up.
just leave that to mix the margarine in. Just going to give that a bit of a mix round and make sure it's getting all the flour and the sugar and everything in, and margarine. Yeah, that looks all right. So I've got 2 eggs in this jug, and we need to make it up now to 8 ounces. I'm just going to go a little bit under. Next I'm going to put the cherries in, because they'll get nicely coated with flour. Well in the centre. And then mix that in. This could end up being a little bit dry, so I'm just going to add a little bit more milk. I'm now going to get some flour. And just finish this off by hand to get all the ingredients in together. It is better if you don't work it too much, to be honest. I'm just gently going to pat it down because I don't want to knock too much air out. On my baking sheet. Then I'm just going to make room for the tester. And I'll just pop that in there somewhere. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of egg and milk mixture. There was just a tiny bit of egg left in the bottom. Just added a little bit of milk. And I'm just going to sprinkle a tiny bit of sugar on the top. Just get a spoon for that. and they're ready to go in the oven.
So Debbie's also been making some bread today. It looks like it's turned out quite well. It's actually 2 loaves.
That's one as well.
That's the other.
That's a strange shape because it stuck to the cling film when it was proving, so. Right, so they're ready to go in the oven now on 210 because mine's a fan oven, 220 if you have a normal electric oven, conventional. And that should take about 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven. So they've had a little over 12 minutes. So we'll let those cool down and I'll cut the tester open and show you what it's like in a few minutes. So that's ready for some butter on.
So as I showed you earlier, the cucumbers are starting to get quite long, so I'm just going to tie them up a little bit higher. I'm just trying to be a bit careful. Some of these are a bit, twisted up shaped because they've been laid on the floor. So I don't want to tie them too tight. As you can see, I can't tie knots. Hopefully these will turn themselves back over the leaves. So as you saw, I've done that one, did one in the middle. This one again is laid right down over here. So I'm just going to pull it up. So that's all those tied up. We'll come back and check them in a few days. Well, we water them every night anyway in the morning. So we'll come back and check to see how they're doing. If they start laying all down again, we'll tie them back up again. So one of the other jobs I've done the last couple of days is take these props out for the old builder who was here. He's been and taken most of his stuff, but he kindly left me those while I got some more props to put in to hold the roof up. And the builder who's coming's brought me one different prop. I've put them where the other ones were near the end. Don't see that it's doing any good holding in the middle because all this lot here then goes up to that, which goes up to the middle anyway, so hopefully that'll be holding that sort of in place in the middle. So that was one of the other jobs I've done, but by doing that I've managed to get this log out, which is fairly good. It's fairly solid, so hopefully I'll be able to nail into it. My idea is to use that as a centre for a seesaw for the goats, which I'm going to make today, I hope. So I hope to use some of these posts as a main strengthening part of it, and then this plank down on the floor nailed onto the top to act as the walking board where they can walk up. So we'll see how that goes. Whether this will be high enough when it's on its side, I don't know, but it'll give them something to play on again for a while. So what I'm trying to do this morning is, first thing is find some straightish beams like this, which aren't rotten in the middle or anything, because one or two of them are. Rather than, I don't want something particularly like that one, which as you can see has got quite a good bend in it, a good notch on it. If I get a couple of straightish ones and cut them to about 2.5–3 metres. So a little bit of messing about, and I've chosen 2 pieces of wood. One of them is the one with the knot in it, which I didn't really want because it's got a bend, but if I put it sideways it should be okay. A lot of the other ones have rot in the middle and what have you, or splitting badly. So I'm going to cut these 2 down, nail them onto this round log, and then fasten a platform across the top so that they can walk on. For Mabel, who's here again inspecting as usual, she'll run off in a minute though. Nothing so obvious as that one. I do need to get a make a saw table at some point. Probably make one. Like a sawhorse. I'm going for about 2.5 metres. If I go 2.6 then I've got an easy split for the middle because I'm a bit lazy like that. It won't be balanced anyway because the wood's thicker at one side than the other. I think I better measure that again. Round about there. Using a bow saw because my chainsaw and my sabre saw both broke, so I haven't replaced them yet. So that should be my two lengths. Let's see what we can do with the plank now. Trying to work in this small area because it's in the shade. It's already hitting over 30 degrees in the sun. Our rot in the cellar thing is telling us it's like 25 in the shade at the moment. So yeah, as you can see, this plank's in 2 bits. Neither one long enough for what I want, so I'm going to separate them and then use them end to end. See if I can use my pry bar to pull the nails out because they're quite big. Just get it straightened out first if I can. Oh, well, that come out there. Should come out of the top wood quite easy because the top wood's split. So I will be cutting that down a bit anyway. So the big piece of wood's not in bad condition. Doesn't seem to have any wood wormholes or anything like that. There is a nail in there. I'll knock that out in a minute. I need to know how long it is though. $2,030mm. So we'll call that 2,000 and we'll get 600 out of this. The 30 won't matter if it overlaps a little bit, it'll just sit down nicely when it goes onto the floor. So I just scratched the line in there just for a rough idea. As I say, it's not, don't have to be too accurate, it's just a seesaw for the goats after all. So the idea now is to find the highest part of this wood, this log, which is here. As you can see, it's a bit rotten there and flat, so if we use that high part, one, it's good wood, and two, it'll be the higher part for the seesaw to rock, so that's what we're going for. Find the centre of these, and that'll be the idea, but it'll rock the whole. Yeah. So I have some fairly big nails, which look like they'll do the job. Give me about an inch, inch and a half into the wood, and some screws of similar size, but I think the screws will be better actually. So what I'm going to do is find the centre, drill a couple of holes so the screws start. Yeah, so we'll do that. I do have an impact driver as well, Milwaukee, pretty good stubby, 3/8 drive with a screwdriver attachment, although the adapter was a cheapy one, it's not very good. The ball, snap ball, what holds the screwdriver bit, just shot out one day after about 3 uses, so I've taped it in, but it works. So halfway down here, 130-ish, I'm going to drill a hole in the centre and then one 25mm either side, so it'll have 3 screws in it, should hold it tight enough. Need to have it sort of balanced before I screw it, but yeah, let's get some holes drilled first. Oh, more hammer. Whew. Don't actually think my drill's long enough, I'll just pull that out a bit. Ain't got any longer drills, so that's about right through. And as I say, About an inch. I don't know whether they'll be big enough because this wood is very hard. I've noticed before when I've been using it. So we'll see. Oop. With the bigger bit in my screwdriver, I think I'll put a bigger hole through as well. So I've just been and found another tip for my screwdriver what might fit the screws. Hopefully. Well, that's sort of balanced. I think they should have enough bite. Do the same with the other one and then we'll nail the planks in or screw them in depending on what I think at the time. So I'm just testing where my other beam wants to sit by the width of my plank. So somewhere around there. The only thing is it's because it's an awkward shape. It's maybe a bit wider at one end than the other. I think somewhere there I should be nicely. Let's make sure we're in the middle. As I say, drill a couple of holes then. We're done with 130 to the middle again. We'll have a hole drill through there. The wood's not quite as strong as I thought it would be. Main log isn't quite as strong as I thought it was in that place. See if we can get somewhere else where we can get a bit more bite. Let's try the opposite side. So the screws aren't going in there as deep as what I wanted them to. It's only an inch or so, so if I drill a bigger hole halfway through this wood and then at least they'll go in another inch, should be sufficient. That's got a better bite. So we'll do the same with the others. So we'll see if we can get them screws in a bit better now, a bit deeper. We'll just come a bit this way just to, so we don't hit the same holes, hopefully. Would have liked these screws in a bit further, but don't seem to be able to get them to bite. That feels better. Mabel's in trouble again. Let's see if I can take some of that off. Before I do that. Nope. Mabel's definitely in trouble. I think Mabel's pinching the tomatoes or the cucumbers, which were just starting to get growing well.
She's giving me the run around.
Yeah.
She's at the cucumber.
So these screws sort of have a groove in them. They're meant to be sort of self-countersunking, self-drilling, if you like. Yeah, I haven't really given them much of a go, so I don't know what they're like particularly, but yeah, we'll give them a whirl. Wood's a bit twisted, so it'll be a bit awkward, but let's give it a whirl. Well, they don't sell countersunk. There we go, that'll hold that. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but if it functions, I'm sure the ghosts will have fun for now. And it's just using scrap from around the land, so yeah, when we get some better wood out the loft, we'll maybe make something better. So we'll put that in the pen and see how they go with that. We've just put the seesaw in the pen, and Mabel, building inspector's had a look. Now Annie's having a look as well. They've decided there's more to eat on it than what there is to play at the moment, I think. Yeah, so give them a bit of time and see what they think of it. It's a bit rickety and what have you, but it rocks, so they should have a bit of fun, I hope. As you can see, the wood was really twisted, so I was never going to get it flat. I thought she was going to get on then. That's grass.
Yep.
You sounded like Mabel then, by your fence. That's not an eater, I'll deal with it. I know me now. So they haven't been on it yet, but we'll give them a bit of time and then we'll go and have a look and see what they're doing. Just time to get used to it. So I just missed it, but Annie's just had a quick go, but he made a jump when it moved. So Mabel thinks it's a scratching post. She likes it on her back, which is still good. Yeah, so does Annie.
That's all for this week. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be informed of all future update videos with us. You can also leave a comment down below. We absolutely love hearing back from you guys about what we've done and any ideas to do around the farm as well. If you do want to see other updates that aren't on our YouTube channel, you can also follow us on our Instagram and Facebook at the links below. And if you do know anyone who might also enjoy our content, you can also share it with them. Thank you, goodbye!